All right, another topic that we discussed here recently. It was Groundhog Day not long ago. And little Punxsutawney Phil, if that is indeed his real name, was in the news again, and we talked all about it, and we said, well, how did this start? What the fuck? How did this come about that people would be pulling a rodent out of the ground to determine the course of the change of the seasons? Well, several readers wrote, several listeners wrote, or several readers listened. I don't know. You get what you get here, folks, with me after I've been given propofol. Jesse wrote a little info on the groundhog. He lives in a heated private nest. There are a team of people that care for him year-round. He is pretty much tame. So this fucking groundhog lives better than most people do. Punxsutawney, Jesse continues, is in Jefferson County, about 80 miles northeast of Pittsburgh and about 50 miles northwest of Altoona. They do sell merch there year-round, and this is also the hometown of Britt Baker before she went to Pittsburgh for school. So Britt is not from Britsburg. She's from Punxsutawney.
Is that true? She's from...
Well, that's what Jesse says. Who am I to argue with Jesse?
Do you think she should use that in her gimmick? I mean, she's been doing the dentist thing for a while. You could only do the Mike Lano act for so long.
And become a groundhog?
And become a groundhog enthusiast. She could wear the big hat. She could have something that she pulls up, like a little groundhog that she brings in a ring.
Wait a minute. She's a dentist. She could install her own groundhog teeth. And she could look.
Ooh.
And suddenly, Kevin Dunn.
On Reba. She tested out on Reba.
There you go. Reba gets the groundhog teeth, and then Kevin Dunn comes in as her adopted father. Well, here's another email with a little more information. We asked another question. We said, "Does this happen anywhere but the United States, where dementia and delusion runs rampant?" Apparently, it does, because Ben from a town in Ontario, Canada that I can't pronounce, Listowel, whatever the case. Dear Jim, like you, I also do not understand the logic appeal of Groundhog Day, but your rant on the latest experience got me curious, so I decided to do a bit of research. On a humorous note, it seems the origins of Groundhog Day have modern ties to AEW. The site of the first celebration in Punxsutawney sounds like it ought to be Marco Stunt's home, as it is known as Gobbler's Knob. Ben was trying to be humorous there.
I got it.
Right.
Very relevant, a Marco Stunt joke. Yes.
Well, that is actually, Gobbler's Knob is the place that they actually do this, but Punxsutawney is the town surrounding it. I guess, I don't know why then the groundhog wouldn't be named Gobbler, but nevertheless, Ben continues, I come from Canada, which has its own version of Punxsutawney Phil named Weorton. It's W-I, oh shit. W-I, maybe the propofol did something. W-I-A-R-T-O-N. Wyarton? Yeah. Willie. All right, Wyarton Willie. He's farting. No, Wyarton Willie. That is a small town in southwestern Ontario, which is noted for little else other than its Groundhog Day event. Historically, Willie has been a white groundhog, although the current one is brown, as they have had to replace him several times due to untimely deaths. One of these was so untimely that his corpse was actually paraded around in a miniature coffin complete with silk lining. It was later revealed this corpse was not the actual Willie, as he was far too decomposed for public viewing at the time, and he was replaced by a stuffed groundhog. Scandal abounded. Suffice it to say, what in the French fried titty fuck is wrong with some people? In Ontario, Canada. So they got that going for them.